I'm Bruce Davidson, and your hand launch master class starts right now. So the entire time that we fly our airplane, we're really paying attention to lift and reading lift. There's no reason why we can't bring that lift reading right into the launch and start reading that lift from the moment we release that airplane. So what's the airplane going to do if we launch in lift? What's it going to do if we launch in sink? Well, to really give you a really good idea what's it going to do when you launch in sink is when nobody's around, throw one downwind. What you're going to see when you throw an airplane into sink or when you launch downwind is instead of this really nice rotation, you're going to just see a flatter glide. You're going to see your tail dropping a little bit, and it just doesn't carry that energy up. So it's easy to recognize if we launch into sink. If we launch into lift, what we're going to see is that the airplane's higher than it normally is. And that can be a really challenging thing for someone that doesn't have a real good grasp on how high they launch. Start paying attention. Start getting a really good feel of standard launch gives me this altitude. And any time that you launch higher than you should have, you launched in lift. So go ahead and sniff that out just like we would normally sniff out a thermal immediately off of launch. If you're thinking about getting ready for a contest, one of the best exercises we can do that's going to help build our skills for every task is called out and in. What we're going to do here is try to find a thermal by reading the ground signs. Once we find that thermal, we're going to go to it, circle a couple times to verify that we found it, and then come back, do a really quick transition, and get right back to that same thermal. We're going to keep on doing this to the same thermal as many times as we can do it. It's going to force us to fly further downwind. It's also going to make us practice our transitions over and over, and it's going to make us learn how to find lift. And those are the key tools for performing well in a contest. So let's see if we can get a read. I think we're standing right inside a thermal right now, so let's see if we don't hit one right off a launch. So we verified that we're in lift. The next task is to get it in our hand as fast as we can and get right back to that thermal. So now I can feel the wind pick up a little bit. Instead of going right where I was, I'm going to go down my streamer just a little bit. Felt the airplane push me off to the right. Now it's a bigger thermal, and I just don't like flying over my head. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find the outer edge of it, a little further away from me. And without a doubt, I'm in lift. So we're going to bring it back home and try to get into it again as fast as we can. Point it in the same direction where we came from, wait and read that airplane. And there we go, push me off to the right, turn back into it. And we can even work this exercise a little bit harder by trying to not just find lift, but find the best part of that lift. Read your airplane, and that's really strong, definitely the core, out and in.